Glenn.
Go,
Just
you
about
ready?
to get going.
Right, here we go.
There's Evan Dunham, the southpaw, and the blue trunks fellow southpaw Rick Glenn is in black.
Dunham's a bigger guy, but he's actually going to give up some reach to Glenn, who's very long. And his coaches really feel like if he can work his way into the tie clinch, they feel like he's very tough there. Lands devastating knees and elbows. Big combination start this fight off by Dunham. He lands a nice flush left hand.
Dunham is certainly UFC tested, 17 UFC fights compared to just one, of course, for the rookie Rick Glenn, but comes in here with a lot of steam. Dunham, knee to the body.
He's picking up right where he left off. I mean, just beautiful, smooth combinations, fakes and feints. He angles in the midst of it, in the middle of his combinations to create more openings. Most of the time, the UFC guys throwing 1-2 strikes and a kick. This guy's throwing 3, 4, 5 strikes. Nair, a beautiful double leg takedown, and now Dunham's on top.
As far as the jiu-jitsu game, Rick Glenn, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu brown belt. You know about Dunham, Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. Now owns his own gym, Dunham Jiu-Jitsu. Of course, still trains along the great Robert Drysdale there in Las Vegas as well.
Feet on the hips, let's go. Feet on the hips.
Nice job by Glenn controlling the head here. Trying to wrap him up and force a stand-up. Respects the ground game of Dunham. This is exactly where he didn't want to be there. Did not want to be on bottom, but knows he's competent here. Good work from Dunham. Posture up and staying heavy on his hips.
Dunham has been idle since last December. A lot of that time off focusing on his new gym. And to your point, trying to pick up where he left off after beating Joe Lozon last December.
Trying. Looking for a guillotine choke here. Now they're converting into maybe a Japanese necktie. Glenn able to escape, got his feet free. Nice work there from Glenn.
Rick Glenn is a strong-willed fighter.
They're really well-rounded.
12 of Glenn's 18 pro wins have come by knockout or TKO.
And I love that Dunham's not accepting being inside the guard. Posturing up, landing bigger strikes, always threatening to pass. And that's creating the openings for some of this big grounding power. Many times guys get comfortable inside the guard. Now Glenn, he's done some nice job controlling the posture at times, but now that he's opened his guard, he's got to look to get up. No more just looking for the tie-up and getting the referee to stand you back up. Now it's time to start pushing away, create some space, maybe look for butterfly guard, but get yourself back, scoot back to that fence and walk up. Another big right hand landed by Dunham.
Such an efficiency to the all-around game of Evan Dunham, always in control.
And you can see why he's such an effective coach at his gym. I mean, step by step, he's very detailed in everything he's doing. There you see, right hook is in. Good grip.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the round. Dunham trying to soften Glenn up here.
Glenn's trying to get wrist control here. Now he's got 2-on-1. See if he decides to try and shake Dunham off. Or he's going to try and roll and spin inside there. If he does, this may be it. He may be under the chin here. Nope, Glenn does a nice job fighting the hands, pulling it down. He's still in danger.
Glenn trying to stay in this fight. All hard from Rick Glenn.
Man, this kid's tough. Pulls and peels one hand down. Excellent work from Glenn. Body lock now by Dunham.
And the crowd pops. Much respect for Glenn getting out, but not out yet. Body lock for Dunham, under a minute to go in the round.
You know, and Glenn may be making his UFC debut, but he is definitely a veteran, and he showed his experience in the sport right there in that exchange, surviving that submission attack.
Had just as many pro fights, 23 coming in, as Dunham had. Granted, the overwhelming majority of Dunham's pro careers taking place inside this octagon.
30 seconds, Ricky.
And Dunham just a few steps ahead of him on the ground here.
Be interesting to see if Rick Glenn continues his UFC career here at 55 or back down at 45. Certainly showing you his toughness here tonight. Stepping in for Abel Trujillo against the top 15 UFC lightweight in Evan Dunham.
And Dunham is looking to set up an armbar attempt there. He's able to trap that left arm with his leg. Glenn's just got to be smart here and survive the position. Don't try any escapes now at this one time.
Nice elbow by the Gladiator.
Hey, sit down, big dog. Hey, breathe in here. Breathe in first. All right. I'll let you give it to you. Hey, just like that. Just like that. Breathe in. Relax.
Same thing again. Stay on the feints. Keep your hands up. Hands right back. Don't get in a slugfest.
No slugfest here. All right, that's it. All right, hey, feint. Level change, same thing. More punches, more ground and pound on top. All right, I love it though. Beautiful. One more round like that, baby.
You want the takedown, just try to work your way into the clinch.
Hunt for clinch and let's cause damage from clinch. All right, let's get those elbows flying. Let's get those knees flying. Little sip, switch it around.
Hang on that head.
We're hunting for clinch. Here we go, Ricky. Here we go, brother. No problem, no problem.
FS1 UFC Fight Night is sponsored by Bud Light. Raise one to right now. Round 2 between the Southpaws, Rick Glenn in black, Evan Dunham's in blue. Dunham trying to position himself for a fight against someone in the top 10.
Best punch of the night landed for Rick Glenn.
Glenn's got some crowd support here tonight in Hidalgo, Texas.
Excellent sprawl there, too. Dunham had a nice setup for that takedown. Up, and he finishes that one. Beautiful work. Nice elbows up from Glenn. Looks to be settling in here in the octagon.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No deer in the headlights look for Rick Glenn. And that was the book on him, that he was going to come in here, be aggressive, and fight well. But just the fluidity with Evan Dunham, and just to watch him evolve over almost a decade in the UFC or so.
Just beautiful grappling here. Defending the up kicks coming underneath him. Now looking to pass. Now he's going to look to set up a Darce choke. Glenn pushing on the head, trying to keep space there. Doesn't want Dunham. A nice job from Rick Glenn. But again, still on his back, and Dunham again passes. I'm going to hunt for the Darce. You can see Glenn keeping some pressure now, looking for the single leg. They try and get on top himself here, but he gets himself back to his feet. Nice work there from Rick Glenn.
3.5 minutes now to go in round 2. No surprise that Dunham leading the dance in terms of total strikes landed.
Takes a lot of energy to escape the amount of positions Rick Glenn has escaped already, plus the submission attempts. Keep an eye on his gas tank as this fight progresses. And let's see if Evan Dunham looks for the finisher, makes it a point. Goes after this guy. Oh, big knee to the body for Dunham.
Using the fence to his advantage to try to stay upright here. Dunham remains committed to the takedown, 2 of 3 in that department so far.
Dunham's doing a great job of seamlessly transitioning from every phase of the game. Fails in the takedown, the clinch, immediately goes to a knee, enters back in the clinch, looks for a takedown. Fails in the takedown, goes back to striking. Using his strikes to open up while he's in the clinch. Dirty boxing to try and open up a takedown attempt. He's non-stop working.
And he's a thinking man's fighter, too. You get the sense that he's one step ahead as to what he wants to do next. Nice job by Glenn to get that left hand up to block the head kick from Dunham. Just over 2 minutes now to go in our middle round.
Well, and here's where Glenn really needs to start opening up. He's a good striker, he's long, he's rangy, he's got to get that jab working. His corners told him they want him to hunt for the clinch, but rather see him, instead of trying to counter grab Dunham when Dunham comes forward, work for the clinch at the end of his own combination. He's down again on his back. Dunham's been able to capitalize on some of the up kicks of Rick Glenn. He's been using them to pass, but nice kick away from Glenn. He's back on his feet, and now again, here's the time where he's got to let him rip.
Of course, Dunham not giving him a ton of room in which to operate.
Now, Dunham does a nice job throwing a little fadeaway straight left hand. He circles to his right, throws the left hand, and makes sure that his head is all the way outside of a potential counter left hand from Rick Glenn. See, all the wrestling, though, starting to take its toll on Evan Dunham a little bit. His strike's coming a little bit more labor here, not as quick.
And despite the fact that Rick Glenn was highly touted coming in here tonight, Evan Dunham has a lot to lose. Top 15 lightweight, that'd bounce him right out of the rankings if he were to lose to a short notice opponent. Now we see a cut, it looks like, on the back of the head of Evan Dunham.
These are sometimes the toughest fights. You get a replacement guy that nobody knows who he is, so now it's harder to get motivated for that guy because you don't have as much to give him. You got to go out there and absolutely dominate him, which is tough to do at this level against anybody.
Right, time.
So it's certainly a very tough stylistic matchup for Evan Dunham. Mentally, that is.
Stopping the action here. Didn't see a groin shot, but I think that is the reason for the stoppage. Cut on the back of Dunham's head doesn't seem to be much of an issue.
That's unintentional, so don't worry. Pay watch that, okay? Here we go, guys. Fight! Time in.
Waning seconds to round 2.
Dunham used that time to rest, and now he's unloading a little bit.
Significant strike, 60 landed for Dunham, just 7 unofficially for Glenn, as we move along to our 3rd and final round.
Deep breaths. Ice on the back. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Let's get that breathing under control. Into the nose, out to the mouth.
We have one more round to go, okay?
Into the nose, out to the mouth. Okay, here's what you know. Hey, here's what you know.
He's tired.
We're down 0-2, so when you finish this round.
Hey, when
Right?
he comes in initiating all the time, don't try to meet him with your gloves. Meet him with your elbows.
Lead him with the elbows. I don't want you
How
hitting
about
him.
bouncing back?
Yeah, bounce back. Bounce
Step back
cross.
elbow.
Bounce back cross or dive in with that elbow.
Listen, we're down 0-2, so we need to finish, right?
That's exchange. They're following up again, too. Keep staying on them. Bang, bang, angle. Bang, bang again. Keep pressing them.
Hey, against the fence, too. Drive those double legs all the way to the fence. All right? Beautiful. Round number 3 coming up, gentlemen. Round number 3 coming up right now.
Ready to go with our 3rd and final round here. Rick Glenn and Evan Dunham had to like Jacob Clip and the Rick Glenn
round 3, here we go.
corner in between rounds. They told him to look for that step back elbow, but made it very clear they feel like he's down 0-2 and he needs a finish.
Yeah, and they wanted to bounce back instead of meeting him with gloves. They want him to throw more counter elbows. And Dunham, following his corner's advice exactly, they said, hey, follow through on your double legs, take them all the way to the fence. But all of this wrestling has, it's taxed both guys. A lot of clinch work.
Yeah.
But again, Dunham transitions from one phase of the game to the other. Loses on a takedown, comes up, tight clinch, throwing elbows.
And Dunham has had so many full 15-minute fights. 7 of his 10 UFC wins by decision. 11 of his 23 pro fights have gone the distance. Rick Glenn on the other side has finished 15 of his 18 pro wins.
And you get a lot of credit. I mean, Glenn coming in short notice, jumping up a weight class.
Yep.
Certainly a guy that I'm intrigued to see drop back down in the featherweight division and try his luck there. If he's not able to come out victorious here tonight, as he's down 2 rounds now.
Clinch work here with just under 4 minutes to go.
And really good work having done. When I spoke to the coaches of Rick Glenn, they said one of his best weapons is that Muay Thai clinch. Dunham has really done an excellent job rotating his head, getting out of that position immediately before Glenn could really mount any offense.
Dunham's hand starting to sharpen up here in this 3rd and final round. We talk about Glenn's heart and toughness, but those are staples of Evan Dunham too, a big heart.
When you look at the numbers of this fight so far, strikes landed 119 to 24.
It has been a fluid performance for Evan Dunham tonight. Under 3 minutes we go. Glenn starting to open up a little bit here.
Starting to get his timing, starting to cover. He may be hurt.
Out the head, guy.
Big knee from Dunham. Glenn says, what else you got?
You gotta love it. Glenn's starting to get tired here. Glenn's got more energy. He may be able to find opportunity.
Still got half a round, yeah.
Pressure on, Rick! Okay, keep the pressure on. Let's go, let's go. Elbows, Rick, elbows inside. 2 minutes, Rick, where's our finish? Where's our finish coming from, Rick?
How much do you hear your corner or the opposing corner in a
You know,
fight
at
like
this point in the fight, you won't hear him that well, maybe at the beginning of round 1. At this point, both guys settled in. You're hearing him, you hear him clear. The hard part is, you're exhausted. You're fighting against your lungs. Your lungs are burning. They're saying things, and you're thinking in your mind like, dude, I just don't have the energy to do that right now.
Bro, you get in here and throw out.
Yeah.
Head strikes, Dunham landing 125
90 seconds, Rick.
on about 230 attempts.
And here we are, though, late in round 3. And Rick Glenn still bringing it, though. He eats a big head kick. Oof.
We mentioned a finish would be useful for Evan Dunham. Might get it here as he continues to apply pressure.
Glenn is tough. He's trying to pour it on right now. But I'll tell you what, man, Glenn just got a lot of toughness. Oh!
Back and forth we go now. Left hand for Glenn is there.
Oh, beautiful stuff from Dunham.
They are standing and cheering here in Hidalgo. Less than 30 seconds to go in the fight.
I mean, non-stop. 40 straight strikes from Evan Dunham there. Glenn responding intermittently.
Rick Glenn nearly out on his feet.
And he's just exhausted at this point.
Elbow for Dunham. How about the output down the stretch from both guys, but particularly Evan Dunham. Maybe a late arm attempt here. Evan Dunham and Rick Glenn go the distance. And what a fight it was, particularly in that third and final round.
Outstanding stuff. Yeah, Evan Dunham, tough change of opponents. He said he didn't watch more than 5 minutes of tape on this guy. I'll tell you what, Glenn certainly earned his respect tonight.
All right, the official decision coming up next as UFC Fight Night continues from Texas. Warner, watch it live on Fox Sports Go. Here now with the official decision, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Evan Dunham.
So yet another